If you guys were unaware, Spawn has just been announced as a part of the Mortal Kombat 11 New Combat Pack. I'm a fan of Mortal Kombat myself, as you've seen by me covering the Mortal Kombat comic books, but I'm also a fan of Spawn, and I thought we'd let you guys know about it with a little bit of Spawn coverage right here at the Comic Historian channel. It is possible that Spawn will once again grace the silver screen in the near future. Todd McFarlane, creator of the character, has written a new movie that he promises will reward and surprise longtime fans of the character. However, there was a time when Spawn was one of the most popular characters outside of the two big comic book companies, and that time was 1992, when Todd McFarlane and several other comic book creators decided to found their own company, Image Comics. The idea was that creators would have more creative freedom with their characters, instead of being dictated by editors and the like. One of the most popular characters to come from this new company was Spawn, appearing in 1992 and created by Todd McFarlane. The book became one of the highest-selling indie books of the time, but it didn't really stop there. Spawn became a media juggernaut. Toys sold like crazy, and McFarlane spun this into a toy company for adult collectors. The character appeared in a feature film in 1997, played by Michael Jai White. While the film got less than great reviews, one thing that the fans did latch onto other than the toys and the character was the animated series. You see, in 1997, HBO was trying to push its adult animation division, and they took a chance on the Spawn animated series, which premiered in May of 1997, 3 months before the film debuted. The series aired at midnight and was well received by viewers. When it came to creating the series, McFarlane went with the same basic idea that allowed Image Comics to have so much initial success. Many creators loved working on the series for much the same way that comic book creators liked working at Image Comics. Never before did they have that level of creative freedom. Spawn himself was voiced by the fantastic Keith David, who was also voicing the character in the Mortal Kombat release of the character in their latest game. And you may remember Keith David as Goliath from the Gargoyles the Animated Series, another show that we really need to cover here on the What Happened To series. Now, if you look at the three main versions of Spawn, film, animation, and comic, they're all slightly different. McFarlane decided to take the first main arc of the comic book and streamline it for the animated series, turning it into the first season. This meant linking the stories so that they flowed more naturally into one very long narrative. The first season introduced all the main characters: Al Simmons Spawn, the Violator, Sam and Twitch, Al/Spawn's family, and it saw Al coming back from the dead, confused by how much time had passed and haunted by the demon clown. Soon he discovers that he is a Hellspawn after making a deal with a demon to return to Earth, and then Spawn vows to kill those that are responsible for his death while fighting against the forces of Hell and Heaven. Every episode of the show was introduced by Todd McFarlane himself, introducing the viewers to a world that they were about to see. Each season would introduce new enemies from the comic book series, and the series lasted for a total of 18 episodes, airing from 1997 until 1999. It was in 1999 that HBO decided to discontinue their entire animation division, and eventually, Spawn would end as well. I really wish that there was more to this story to tell you guys, like, oh, here's the backdoor thing, or toy sales didn't do well, or with some other reason. But at the end of the day, this is probably one of our shortest episodes because it's one of the easiest answers. HBO stopped doing animation. It was around this time that they were getting critical acclaim for the series The Sopranos, and I'm assuming that their animation division wasn't doing as well as they were hoping. So they kind of went all in on creating original productions such as The Sopranos and moving into that direction. If you look into the history of HBO, you can definitely see when they shifted over. It went Sopranos, 6 Feet Under, The Wire, and they got critical acclaim for each of these series. So I can see why they did cancel it, but I kind of wish personally that it was allowed to continue on. Now afterwards, each season was edited into 3 two-hour movies for their DVD/VHS releases. Remember VHSs? Also a thing back in this day. Until the full 18 episodes were finally released in 2007. While the series itself gained a cult following, the series was not without its critics. Many felt that the series was too dark and grim, with a level of violence that bordered on the juvenile, a thought that was leveled at the comic book industry as a whole in the 90s. While Spawn has been published in comic book form, he has not had the level of popularity that he held during the 90s. In 2004, there were talks of a new Spawn animated series to once again feature Keith David as the title character. McFarlane said that the project would appear at some point, but that was a long time ago. McFarlane has also been trying to get a new film made from a script that he has been tweaking for some time. As of right now, there's still no release date, but Jamie Foxx has been attached as Spawn, with Jeremy Renner being attached as the police detective Twitch. And if you need your Spawn fix right now, he's in Mortal Kombat, which is why I thought making this video would be timely. All footage that we're showing you right here is from the trailers and my own experiences at the actual Final Combat event that they did where they revealed Spawn. So while we didn't make an arrangement to directly do this video for them, I do need to let you know that they did fly me out to get to play as Spawn. But I am a fan of Mortal Kombat. We've literally covered the comic books in the past. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this What Happened to the Spawn animated series video, and let me know in the comments down below other series you want us to cover right here at the Comic Historian channel.